Welcome back everyone to the channel. In today's session, we'll learn how we can create one MS Team apps without writing a single line of code. So to explain the entire concept, I'll be taking an example of embedding or having our company's intranet as an tab into MS Teams. So as MS Team is gaining more traction nowadays in modern collaboration world, and SharePoint as a product for having companies intranet bit losing out its ground. So to have the same kind of engagement which used to have on the SharePoint in the earlier days, how we can do that? Like we can have our intranet embedded as a tab within the Teams, then possibly a person logging to MS Teams would also go to the intranet and look out for the latest news, quick links and all that stuff. So that's my personal opinion, because the MS Team would definitely would be a great product going forward, and everything should be around MS Teams. So we should take a look on these aspects as well, how we can customize more stuff into MS Teams. So let's jump to the demo. So I just log into my Teams. This is in web, and you can see I have few options: Teams, chat, activity, calendar. These are by default. So to create any custom app, I have to click on these three dots, which will open the panel for apps. So I will choose App Studio because I am going to create one custom app. So if you don't see App Studio in the overview panel, then you can just click on the more apps to find it, or either you can just type find an app thing, you will find App Studio over there. So if you click on it, you will get a section where you can go to the manifest editor. So I'm directly jumping to there, and I am removing one of the app which is already there so that it can give us a clean view. Alright, so now I'll click on the create a new app. Now as I said, I'll be embedding my company's intranet, so I'll just go to my communication site. So this would be my communication site for my company. Possibly you can call it as a hub site, which would be displaying the data from various site collections. So consider this example as in my company's intranet. So I'm just copying this URL because I would be requiring this URL going forward. Okay, so in app details, I'll be typing my company's intranet, or let's say my intranet, and full name XIMT, my company name, intranet. And under this identification, we have to generate it so that each app can have unique identifier. So this will create one new GUID. I'm scrolling down. So now I need to specify the package name, which is a mandatory stuff. So you can specify based on your tenant name possibly. So I can just try SharePoint/dev, and in pack version you can start with whatever version you want. So I'll just standard one. I'm using 1.0.0, and in the description I'll be writing my intranet, and in full description you can type my source for all the company news. Alright, so we have filled out few mandatory fields. Now scrolling down, so in this developer information you can specify let's say collaboration team or whatever team you want to write, and in website it's generally like support website, whatever you would like to type, but I'm just pasting one of my this site itself, or you can just type in whatever site or the information you want to give. In the MPN ID you can just leave it as is. In privacy statement it's expecting one page where you can display the privacy for this app. So for timing I can just paste out that same URL and have that site pages, let's say privacy.aspx, and it's not need not to require or give something mandatory to it, but still we are giving it. In the branding you can change the logo, you can update the logo, whatever logo you want to use for your intranet. So that logo would be visible under this pane, so you should be mindful using your company's branded logo. In that case I'm just leaving as is. Now we are moving to the 2nd point, which is capabilities. So under tabs I'm going there. So there are two options, team tab and add a personal tab. So we want to keep this intranet pane over there, so we'll be just choosing a personal tab over here. So I'm clicking on add. So in the add we have to specify the tab name. So let's say my source, my intranet name is my source, and in the entity you can specify whatever random number you want to give, and the URL, here comes the actual thing. In the URL you have to specify the companies, I mean your communication sites URL, so I'm specifying there. So as I'm using right now this Teams web version, so if you are using a desktop version, then you have to specify the Teams logo design page URL. So I can show you that as well. So you can see this is my tenant name, and this is Teams logon.aspx page, and in SPFX2 this type of URL you have to build. So I'm just copying the same one and pasting over here so that it can work in Teams app version as well, desktop version as well. So I'm just saving this. Alright, so this tab is being saved. Now for timing you can skip all these, because for creating this app we would not require these options. We can directly jump to languages. So in languages you can specify what default language you would like to pick. So we would not be touching it because we would like to keep the default language as English. And scrolling down again, looking at domains. So in this domain, by default, if you see, you would be having your domain if you have already created any custom app. If you don't, then you would not see it. So by default my domain is my tenant ID xmit.sharepoint.com, and under this AAD app ID you have to specify so this is actually meant for single sign-on, so you have to specify all this. I have already constructed this string, so I'll just place that over there. And under the permission, if you would like to have your app permission driven through this, then you can specify this. Otherwise you can leave it as is, because we are using it for intranet, which is open for everyone in the company, so we are not touching this one. Now the final step is test and distribute, so just come to that. So now you can see there's three options are coming: install, download and submit. So first option is if you are allowed to add app directly, then you would have this option enabled. And from where we are controlling that, it's under the Teams administration and the application app policy. So I can just quickly show you that too, so that you should not be confused that why that option is disabled for you. So I'm just going to admin, and we'll open the Teams administration. So I'm directly going to Teams apps, and under this setup policy you will find the global policy for you, and if you click on it you would able to see that are the users allowed to upload any custom app or not. So because I have that turned on, that's why I'm seeing that option as installed, and which can directly install my this app which we are just creating. And if that is off, then you would not get this install option. Directly you have to take this route too, which is download it. So I'm just downloading this app, so it will download my app in this at download location. And now I will go back to my this thing, and again under the more apps I'll just upload whatever we have downloaded yet. So because my app is being downloaded as a zip file, I'll be uploading that zip file. I'll find out my intranet zip. Alright, so my file is being added, uploaded. So now you can see my file is there. Now from here I can go again to my apps, and if I try to find that, you will see I got that my intranet app available over here. So you can directly click on it, you can just add it. You will find your intranet as an added in this tab. So here you go. You have your intranet within your teams. Now anyone who will log in, you want anyone person from your company log in, want to see this intranet. Right now that option would be only driven from this Teams administration. So let me just refresh and show you how you can force everyone to see this my intranet option and how you can set up the order of this. So I'm just going to my manage apps. So I'll just try to find out like if I'm able to see my intranet or not. Oops, my intranet. Okay, so I can see that I have that my app over there. So now I'm going back to my this setup policy. I'm clicking on it, and so now if I scroll down, I can see these are the pinned apps. So directly for my personal thing, I can directly go and pin as well, but it will not be available for the entire company. So for entire company, I would be just go to my Teams administration and just add my intranet app, which we just created. Okay, I'll just add it. And I can set up the order for this. So I would like to have my intranet to be available at the top so that a person by default should see my intranet first. And after doing this setup, I can just save it. So this setting takes a while. If you refresh your Teams, so it may take a time, possibly 2 to 5 minutes of time. Alright, so when you log in for the next time, you would find this My Intranet tab would be appearing at the top. So this is how you can enforce your all company members to see the intranet at top, and under this intranet tab, the people would able to see the intranet thing. Everything which is on the intranet homepage can navigate through by clicking on the page. The only the flip side is right now the hub navigation and the footer part is still not available for this thing, but hopefully we will have those available as well going forward. And the same way, if you're creating any other site which could be a functional site for specifically for HR team, then possibly you can just build out this stuff very quickly and have that rolled out as an app for specifically for HR team, and they can pin up that app, and could be a useful way to move around. So I hope it could be helpful for you. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.